Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God, the Lord alone. Therefore you shall love the Lord your God with your whole heart and with your whole being and with your whole strength. Take to heart these words which I command you today, and love your neighbor as yourself. Many of us, when we hear these words, will recognize the response of Jesus in the New Testament to the young man who comes and asks him, what is the greatest commandment? And he tells us, the greatest is this, to love the Lord your God with your whole heart, your whole mind, and your whole strength, and to love your neighbor as yourself. But these words don't originate from Jesus himself. They actually are older. They go back to the book of Deuteronomy and the book of Leviticus. And in these commandments, the 10 commandments that Moses offers us in the desert, that Moses receives from God as he goes up to Mount Sinai, offer a way forward for all men and women, a way to respond to God's providential love. And we see this providential love depicted throughout this window. As you see the yellow here towards the top, it depicts the column of cloud that leads the Israelites through the desert and then protects them as they come to the sea, to the Red Sea. And Lord provides them as he splits the waters and allows them to walk through the Red Sea with waters to their left and waters to their right. He also offers them, when they cry out for food, for water, he offers them manna, depicted here towards the bottom of the window. And this spring bursting forth, he offers them the waters as they thirst for him. We too hunger and thirst for God. God offers us a way forward in countless ways. We'll just talk about more of how this window prefigures the sacramental life of the church. But God's providential love is especially known through his giving of the 10 commandments. Those first 3 commandments reflect our call to love God with all our heart, all our mind, all our soul. The next 7 depict our call to respond to God's love by loving our neighbor as ourselves. So what is this love? This love of God is God willing the good for us. Sometimes we might see the 10 commandments as restrictive, as decreasing our freedom. And we reach out for doing things our own way. That's reflective of that story of the fall back in the garden, where Adam and Eve reached out for that fruit, wanting to decide what was good and what was evil on their own. We too do this on our own. We think we have the best way forward. But we've actually been offered the best way forward in and through the commandments. The commandments offer us a path of love for our God, a path of love for the men and women all around us. And we're reminded as these commandments that are given to us as the path toward freedom, that God walks with us on that road toward freedom, offering us food and drink for the journey.